You know, your film, The Dukes, opens with a voiceover where you say, in 1963, we were on top of the world. Times change. How have times changed for you since you started in this business, since you first stepped onto the screen with Frank Sinatra way back when?
There was a deeper sense of community because there was more equal, conservative people that were expressive. You know, you had Johnny Carson, who would be able to, he would call out the homelessness on Hollywood Boulevard. He would be able to call out that Gavin Newsom isn't doing such a good job. You had guys that spoke up. You had, you know, the Ronald Reagan conservatives, and you had a bunch of actors that had above the marquee names that were conservative, that kind of pulled the compass a little bit, that was going left, a little bit more toward the center instead of being crucified. Nowadays, you get blacklisted. I'm sure there was that back in the day, but it wasn't because you loved the country. It's because you were seditious toward the country. You had a different agenda. Now we're going to get political, but based on whatever anybody's point of view might be, of course.
Have you experienced some of that blacklisting yourself?
Yes.
And as kind of part of that question, did you start like as a Democrat at any point and then become conservative, or have you pretty much been conservative throughout your life? How has that been for you?
At a certain point, apolitical. I just didn't like injustice.
Yeah.
You know, I guess we were Kennedy Democrats at one point, but my uncle was a Buckley conservative, and we would always have political conversations in my house as kids, me and my cousins. What was interesting is that we never condemned anybody for their beliefs. We could disagree.